Hey, good evening to you, and welcome here to the campus of Montana Tech. We're about ready to fight, I feel like, aren't we? Fight? Well, I mean, you're not letting me do my job. You're getting in my way. Your popcorn's over here.
I'm not a violent person,
man.
So no, that can't happen.
All right, fine.
I'm afraid I'd hurt you.
Probably. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening, and again, welcome back here to the campus of Montana Tech. The Digs taking on the Argos Frontier Conference action as we are ready here for the men's game. Paul Panisco, John Thatcher, as the guys getting warmed up here. Let's start things off with the conference picture. We were talking about it on the women's side. Here's a look at the men's side of the conference as of right now. You've got Bellevue and Carroll College tied in first place. Western and Rocky tied for third place. Montana Tech, Dakota Tate tied for fifth place. Northern in seventh, Dickinson in eighth. Then you see the line that those top 8 teams would go to the Frontier Conference tournament that will be held here in the mining city. Then 9, you have this University of Providence team, 2-7 in conference, 2-13 overall. Mayville, Valley City, and Bismarck are your 9, 10, 11, and 12 as of right now.
Well, as I look at the scope of things on that, you can go right down through MSU Northern. I guarantee they'll make the tournament. Dickinson's going to have some pressure on them, and Providence is probably it's going to be tough for the bottom 4 to climb into this tournament.
Again, you see their overall records. That far right number, if you weren't with us for the women's game, that's the number of home games left. Again, when I was working on this earlier this week, I kind of expected there to be some pretty big swings where teams have a whole lot of games left in conference, some don't, but everybody was 6-7, and that'll certainly change as we go into the last several weeks. But that's how things look as far as home games remaining for everybody as well.
Well, Montana Tech is clearly still in the hunt for this thing because the teams got beat over the past weekend. And I look for them to, again, we talk about strategy. You got to hold home. You got to split on the road. They've got to find a way to not only hold home, they're going to have to get a couple big wins on the road if they want to win this conference outright.
University of Providence, here's a look at their starters. Anthony Hobbs, Marcus Lawson, you've got Redhead as well, Jacob Lloyd and Quinn Swanson as they come out here. And, honestly, team comes in. You look at this University of Providence team. Let's take a look here at our side-by-side for a moment. They're averaging just about 75 points a game, shooting 46% from the floor. The big discrepancy is defense. The University of Providence giving up about 86 points a game. Montana Tech giving up about 70 points a game coming into this one. Tech's allowing their opponents to shoot 40.5%. University of Providence allowing their opponents to shoot 52% coming into this ball game. Montana Tech scoring about 81.3 points a game on 51.7% shooting.
Yeah, well, the reality is Providence has had to restructure their whole roster from last season, and they're in a building phase. They won a couple games last week. It was important for them. So
again, a moment of silence to get things started here for the University of Providence, who have just had horrible things transpiring for them and their basketball family, so our hearts are certainly with them on both sides, men and the women, the entire program.
Yes, I'd like to send my coach McLean out my deepest sorrow and feelings and love, and very difficult situation for families.
So again, the Argos being introduced. Here's your starting 5 as they get ready to roll here against Montana Tech. Your Orediggers starting 5 as they are about to be introduced. You're looking at Carson Pfeffer, Cam Lawrence, Hayden Decons, Braden Cook, and Rhett Reynolds. Your starting 5 for Montana Tech here this evening, JT.
Outstanding players, the best player in the conference, and Hayden Decons. This guy can just play the game. He's, in my estimation, he's a Division I player playing down in the NAIA. He has gotten to be that good. And, of course, you can't say enough about Braden Cook, what he can do on offense. He's just a tremendous player.
looking at them as they come out here on the floor, Montana Tech, you're looking at Braden Cook, the leading scorer for Montana Tech right now, but just by a hair. He's averaging 15.8 points a game. Hayden Deacon's averaging 15.6 points a game. And those two just continue to have outstanding ball games. Rhett Reynolds this year has stepped up big in the block. I like the way Rhett has played. You can tell he's a lot more comfortable in his role in the interior and has done a great job for Montana Tech.
Absolutely he has, and he's the guy, he's probably the most, this is an unselfish team, but he's probably the most unselfish player on this team. Willing to give up a lot of things, and he protects the rim pretty darn well.
Carson Peffer also in the starting lineup. Peff just kind of does it all. He shoots 36% from the floor, 51% from the floor, 36% from the three-point line. Averages just under 10 points a game. He had 23 against Carroll earlier this year. He's a guy that can create on the defensive side, but also when momentum gets going on the offensive side, you better watch out as Peff can get hot and get hot quickly.
Well, I know this. If you let him around the rim, he is a beast down there, and he'll take it to the hoop as hard as anybody.
And the only one we miss talking about anyway is Cam Lawrence. We both love the kid. Just Cam Lawrence coming back from a horrible injury a year ago, has just fought and clawed to get back into shape and get rolling. And he is an absolute steadfast pedestal of this Montana Tech team.
He's physical player.
Yep. Montana Tech with it. Lawrence on that right side. Lawrence now to Peff. Peff near side as Cook lost it there for just a moment. Montana Tech, Peffer spinning into the paint. Spins to his left, rifles it out to the edge in the corner to Cook. Good defense. Cook still gets it.
Yeah, it doesn't matter where you play defense on that kid. He just has a stroke.
There was great passing that time by Montana Tech, but I thought Providence adjusted well and yet still shut it down. Jumper by Hobbs. Anthony Hobbs, the sophomore, knocks that one down. And Montana Tech back the other way, leading by one. Lawrence around the arc, right side. Decons. Now to Peffer. Peffer hands it off to Braden Cook. Back to Peffer on the give and go. Nice footwork underneath. Peff up off the glass and in.
Nice entry pass to Peffer.
Here come the Argos back the other way. Driving through the lane. Lost the handle on it. It goes out of bounds. Tech basketball as Marcus Lawson lost that one. Off the front of his leg and out of bounds. Tech will get the turnover. Montana Tech leading 5-2. Montana Tech shoots 51.7% from the floor as a team. That's seventh in the country. That number has been in the top 10, if not the top 5 for most of the year. Rhett Reynolds gets it up top. Rhett down in the bottom corner to Peffer. Peffer looked for Reynolds. Comes up top to Braden Cook. He'll pop. That one rims out. Reynolds tips it, and he's going to be fouled. Going up for the rebound. These two teams, what are we looking at here? Going back to 2012, so over the last 14 years, Montana Tech is 23-18 against the Argos. Cook on the inbound. That one rattles out. And the Argos back the other way. Far left side, Lawson. Lawson in the corner, pops the three and gets it.
Nice little step back three.
Lawson shoots 39% from the arc. We're tied at 5. 2 minutes gone here in this ball game. Montana Tech with it. Carson Peffer. Peffer backing it up. Spins to his right through the double team. Good ball movement to Lawrence. Cam Lawrence knocks it down.
Last couple of weeks, Cam has really come into his own shooting. I think he was struggling earlier in the season, but he's come to life.
Averages about 8 a game. Looking to answer. That one won't fall. Montana Tech the other way. Quickly, Rhett Reynolds into the paints. Now to Lawrence. Back out Peffer. Little ball fake on the edge. Tech 4 wide. Cook. Reynolds. Now to Lawrence. Cam back to the right hand. Double team. Spins. Peffer. Carson Peffer from downtown gets it. Montana Tech 3 of 5 from downtown to get this ball game started. Tech leading 11-5. Argos handed off Redhead. Redhead now to Hobbs. Hobbs back out to Redhead. He'll step back. Nice spin move. Nice take. Left hand. It's up and in for Brendan Redhead.
A little bit of quickness out of that guy.
Redhead, 49% from the floor on the year. Carson Peffer, pass out on the left side. Cam Lawrence. Lawrence inside to Peffer. Peffer out on the edge. Lawrence for three, and Cam Lawrence hits another one. Hayden Decons went down awkwardly, and Decons does not look good on the floor currently.
I think he's hurting a little bit.
Yeah, he's scowling a little bit. Don't know if he twisted a knee or an ankle. Argos into the offensive side. Hobbs. Top to Lawson. Intercepted Cook. Bounce pass to Decons. And he gets hit. That one goes out of bounds. And the Argos will get it back. Decons, Montana Tech subs in two. Asher Williams comes in, as does Venema. Decons stays out.
He is hurting.
He is. 7-point lead from Montana Tech. 4 minutes gone here in this opening half. Redhead around a screen, moving left. Good ball movement on the inside. Shot and foul on the inside. Lloyd gets the basket. Venema will pick up the personal foul. Tech leading 14-9.
Both teams pushing the ball hard, and they're very crisp on offense right now.
So at the line is Lloyd, 6'7" senior. Lloyd's seconds, or one and only, excuse me, is up and in. 3-point play for Lloyd. Montana Tech with the basketball. Coulanges across midcourt. Coulanges brings it across the timeline, looking to his right, passes that way to Decons. Decons, it looks better as we get into the offensive zone. Williams. Asher Williams, near side, it comes to Peffer. Good ball fake. Peffer attacks, steps through. That's going to be a travel.
That was definitely a travel.
Went airborne.
He wanted the Euro step, but that little third one destroys the word Euro. That's called extra step.
He took the step into the old Soviet Union.
Yeah.
15:34 left to play here in the first half. Orediggers lead by 4. Redhead gonna pop the three. Boy, he got that quickly. Defensive rebound, Connor Mashad. Mashad trying to get separation, gets the ball, moves it near side. Asher Williams. Down to Venema. Venema getting bullied here a little bit. Comes across to Coulanges. Argos really attacking defensively here. Connor Mashad, jump stop in the lane, attacks with the right hand, gets it.
Argos got something to prove here tonight. With the record of what it is, with only 2 wins on the season, they want to come out and prove to people what they can do.
6-point lead for the Digs. Hobbs had separation there for a minute, holds on to it, moves it out to Lawson. 5:15 gone here in the ball game. Hobbs attacks. That one's up and in.
That was a true Euro step.
So, excuse me, Lawson with the basket rather. Montana Tech, Cam Lawrence. Lawrence, little shake and bake, goes baseline. He'll take it to the rack. That's a nice take by Lawrence. Tech leads by 6. Redhead in transition. Swings it out to the wing. Good defensive pressure. Baseline. That's a strong take to the basket by Lloyd. Nice job by Lloyd to get up and in that time. Montana Tech here on the near side. Asher Williams. Williams, double team, ball stripped away, trying to get separation, leans to the basket, shot no good. All in Venema with the offensive board. His second won't go. Back the other way come the Argos. Redhead gets it on the wing to the baseline, backs it out to Hobbs. 3-point shot, no good. That's going to go into the corner, saved, but stepping out of bounds that time is Swanson.
Referee is going to have their work cut out for him here soon. This game has really gotten physical.
13:33 left to play here in the first half. With the timeout, we'll take one. We're back here in just a minute. 13:33 left to play here in the first half. Montana Tech leading 18-14. Diggs led by Cam Lawrence. 8 points out of the gate for Big Cam. On the other side, you have Lloyd and Lawson, each with 5 apiece. Tech shooting 64%. Providence shooting 67%.
Well, they're both playing as hard as you can play right now. Defensively, really active.
Diggs into the offensive side. Coulanges spinning back to his right side. Connor Machad goes down toward the corner. Ball's poked, checked out. Gonzalez is there. Gonzalez to Lawrence. Lawrence, Williams. Williams fires from the foul line. No good. Rebound. Argos quickly the other way in transition. Lloyd. He'll go up, and Montana Tech will grab it as Lloyd goes fast the other way, a little out of control. Gonzalez lost it off his foot.
Yeah, I think he got away with a little travel there at the same time. This game, there's some action going on. These two teams are really pushing.
4-point lead for the Diggs, 18-14. Looking at the numbers, it doesn't feel like Providence goes to the bench much. Usually 7, maybe 8 guys will see minutes. Hobbs moves it up top to Condi. Condi on the right side. Down the left side of the paint, we're going to get a whistle and a foul. Connor Machad is going to be hit with it.
Yeah, and I have to think the officials got to make that kind of call because there's a lot of hand usage by both teams right now, and usually that culminates in a technical somewhere down the road.
Tech leading by 4. Argos with the basketball. Left side, jump stop, bounce pass goes down interior to Condi. Condi moves it out right side to Lloyd. Lloyd through the lane, ball comes out, loose. Wraparound pass, shot clock down to 2. Good hook shot, left hand by Condi.
Everything about that play was unique.
Coulanges into the offensive side. Fast-paced action here to get this one started. Montana Tech with the basketball. Cam Lawrence passes here near side. Coulanges into the high post, rifles it out right side. Around to screen, Williams, ball fake. He'll get it back down to the edge. Williams looking on the interior, comes up. Rhett Reynolds going to fire. That's his first 3 of the year. Won't go. Offensive rebound, second, no good for Machad. And now we're going to get a whistle and a foul. Physical nature continues here. 11:42 left to play in the first half. Tech by 2. They led by 7 early. And the Argos.
I know early in the season they probably had to get together and get their stuff together as a team, but this Providence team is a very good team. They run their stuff real well.
11:35 left to play in the first half. Right elbow jumper won't fall for Lawson. Montana Tech with it. Peffer. He'll outlet to Coulanges. Coulanges dribbles lefts. Jump shot from the foul line. Cook, no good. Argos the other way.
Halfway down.
Into the offensive side. Lawson to Hobbs. Hobbs falls away. His jumper won't go. That one saved. Argos will have it. Good hustle again in the offensive side by the Argos. 6 offensive rebounds, or rather 6 rebounds total, one of them offensive. Pull-up jumper from the line, won't go. Tech the other way. Tech in transition. Hayden Decons, left hand, takes it to the rack and gets it.
It's picture move right there.
Diggs lead by 4. Decons gets his first field goal here of the ball game. Lawson, right side, knocked away by Decons. Lawson able to get it back. Lawson lost his footing. Decons jumps on it. He'll come out with it. Montana Tech the other way. Diggs across the timeline. Rhett Reynolds here on the near side to Cook. Now up top to Peffer. Peffer fakes the handoff, moves it out to Decons. Ball fake. Hayden Decons.
Makes that look easy, doesn't it?
Yeah, you can't give him the baseline.
No, ever.
Ever.
You and I have scouted that for a couple of years. You think the other guys would figure it out.
6-point lead for the Diggs. Hobbs backs it out. Three-point shot is up and out. Offensive rebound by Chambers. Chambers, pocket picked. Rhett Reynolds gets the steal. Reynolds, long wingspan, gets in there, takes it out. Three-point shot, Kulonjis, no good. Defensive rebound, and back the other way go the Argos. Kulonjis strips that one out. Tech basketball.
No. That's called forcing the issue there. He's got to slow down, run the offense.
9:24 left to play in the first half. Montana Tech leads 22-16. We're back here to the campus of Montana Tech, ladies and gentlemen, right after this.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jessica Reisig, an orthopedic surgeon here in Butte, Montana with specialty training in foot and ankle. I chose orthopedic surgery because I get to actively help my patients enjoy their lives. The human body in general is just really amazing. The way everything works as a unit, the way the bones, tendons, muscles all work to function and just make people move is something that I've always found incredibly fascinating. And there's nothing more rewarding than seeing a patient get better because of the work we did together.
Hey, welcome back here once again at the campus of Montana Tech. The Digs leading 22-16. 9:24 left to play in the first half. Again, as you see on your screen, the Digs in action tomorrow as Northern will be in town. The women will play at 5. The men will follow at 7. We'll have those for you here on Digger Vision coming up tomorrow night.
Well, that's going to be another exciting time. Anytime Coach Hughes has a team, they come to play, and be an interesting matchup tomorrow night. Two different styles of basketball.
So after the timeout, Montana Tech right now shooting 50% from the floor. They're 9 of 18. Providence is 7 of 15, shooting 47% currently. Providence led by Lloyd and Lawson, each with 5. Montana Tech led by Cam Lawrence with 8 points. He hasn't missed a shot yet. He's 3 of 3 from the floor, 2 of 2 from downtown. He has a pair of assists as icing on top of that.
So turnovers, is that why Tech has this lead?
Turnovers, UP with 5, Montana Tech with 3. Around the top, Aiden Decons to Rhett Reynolds. Now to Braden Cook. Cook, nice feed to Reynolds. Reynolds will finish.
Good body control. He wanted to dunk that, and great defense being played. He just casually put it over the top.
Reynolds, 1 of 2 from the floor, his first basket. Tech leads by 8. And now an offensive call going to go against Swanson. So Swanson picks up the personal. Montana Tech will get the ball back.
Deacon's getting a little beat up early here tonight.
He is. He's kind of wincing with the left eye here.
He got hit with the body block, so.
Peffer, bounce pass, Decons. Gonzalez setting up on the inside, gets it. Mismatch down on the interior. Gonzalez turns, his sky hook won't go. Argos the other way. Around a screen up top there is Swanson. Ball almost knocked away. Argos get it back on the edge. From downtown, that one won't fall for Rogers. Aiden Decons the other way. Decons hands it off to Peffer. Peffer down the right side of the paint. Takes it hard, whistle, and a foul. Carson Peffer getting after it here in the first half.
Yeah, he came to play, no question about it.
So Peff's going to go to the foul line here. And Peff averages 9 a game.
They really don't have size to match up with the size and strength of Peffer.
His first is money. That'll help the free throw percentage. Peff 48.7% from the foul line. And he'll get ready for his second here. Montana Tech goes up by 9. That's their biggest lead here of the first half. And Peff will get the ball for his second. Shot is up and good. So Peff gets both. Tech leads by 10. 8:15 left to play here in the first half. Argos with it. Pass comes up top to Lloyd. Ball faked on the left side of the paint. Steps through, shot blocked. Great job that time holding ground as Marley Gonzalez. Boy, he just put roots down and didn't move.
I don't think people in here are realizing the physicality is taking place all over the floor, not just on ball.
Up top, it comes to Hobbs. Hobbs from the elbow. Jumper, money. Anthony Hobbs. That is his second field goal. He's 2 of 4. 4 points. Deacons all the way to the baseline. Looking for a little help. Bounce pass comes to Cook. Cook spins in traffic. Up top to Peffer. And we're going to get a little altercation down there between he and Rogers. And Rogers will get the foul this time.
Yeah, you're going to see a few more altercations before this game is over.
Yeah.
These guys are getting after each other.
Hayden Decons lobs it all the way out to Braden Cook. Tech by 8. Cook looking to add to that. No look pass inside. Gonzalez back to Cook. Near side it comes Williams. Gonzalez double teamed. Marley puts it down once, turns, fires. That one too long. Defensive rebound controlled by Rogers. Back the other way we go. Argos, Rogers, little stutter step out to the wing. He's going to fire. That one's no good. Decons gets it. Tech in transition. Bounce pass. Peffer finishes off a great feed by Hayden Decons.
Great read, great bounce pass.
10-point lead for the Digs. 28-18. Argos, Hobbs. Mismatch. Hobbs going to be fouled by Gonzalez. There's a little bit of a quickness difference there.
Yeah, size didn't matter once you got him out on the three-point line.
6:45 left to play in the first half. Rhett Reynolds back in. On the other side, Marvel Chambers back in. Now a substitution. Lawrence is back in as well. Cam Lawrence, 8 points. Carson Peffer with 9 points now, the leading scorer for Tech. Redhead fires. That one's good. Brendan Redhead, he shoots 42% from the three-point line.
That shot looked smooth.
Yeah.
Very confident.
5 points on the day for Redhead. Decons gets it. Double teamed on the baseline. All the way up top, Asher Williams, the freshman, back of the iron. Tipped out, Argo basketball. Argo's in transition, Swanson. Through the key, Swanson, backdoor cut. And that one too far ahead of Redhead. That will go back to the Digs.
One of the defensive things Tech does is they defend that backdoor cut really well, and it's hard to execute that play against them.
Montana Tech. Coulangis will come in. Asher Williams will go out. So the Digs right now, Decons, Cook. Also out is Coulangis, Lawrence, and Rhett Reynolds. Coulangis across the timeline, hands it off. Now to Cook, right side Lawrence. Lawrence down the left side of the paint, stops, pump fake once, spins, comes up top. Moves it across to Cook. Braden Cook, pass almost intercepted. Decons. Braden Cook wide open, back of the rim, no good. Rebound, and here come the Argos. Swanson down the floor. All the way to the baseline. That one partially tipped, but Chambers able to convert. Tech by 5. Argos on a 5-0 run. Lawrence, right side, Cook. Switch dribble, Cook to the elbow. Spinning, looking for somewhere to go with it is Coulangis. Reynolds. And Redhead came up defensively. And that's going to be a block call on him. Brendan Redhead picks up the personal, his first. 5th team foul on the Argos. Montana Tech will inbound here. Lob pass comes out. Move it around the arc, right side, Lawrence. Lawrence pops the 3. That one off the back of the rim, no good. Argos with the rebound. As Chambers all the way to the baseline, gets it and the foul. Coulangis going to pick up the personal.
Yeah, and he was playing good defense, but once they get to your body, you're in trouble.
28-25 our score. Montana Tech by 3. Chambers, chance to trim that to 2. Chambers, free throw is money. So a 3-point play for Chambers. Tech leading 28-26, an 8-0 run by the Argos. Kulanjas into the offensive side. Good defensive pressure applied by the Argos. Cook inside to Mashad. It's tipped out. Argo basketball. Hobbs down the floor, out to Chambers. 3-point shot, good. Marvel Chambers knocks down the 3. The Argos by 1.
Great break by Providence.
Huge run here for the Argos. Tech was up by 10, and the Argos have gone on an 11-0 run. Around the screen, through the lane, floater by Kulanjas won't go. Argos again the other way. Chambers gets around the defender. His 3 attempt won't go. Braden Cook with a rebound. Tech the other way. Kulanjas to the edge. 3-point shot. Lawrence is good. Cam Lawrence has 11.
If he continues to grow the rest of the season, this is going to be a tough team to beat. Tech.
Agreed. 2-point lead for the Digs. Redhead, jump stop in the paint, out to the wing, open 3, no. Lawrence tracks it down, Montana Tech the other way. Tech shooting 45%, the Argos at 50% right now. Up top, around the screen, right wing. Lawrence for 3, back of the rim, no. Big rebound, Connor Mashad, it's knocked out of bounds, Tech ball. 3:29 left to play here in the first half. Montana Tech leading 31-29. Frontier Conference action here on Digger Vision. We'll take a break. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back here after this.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jessica Reisig, an orthopedic surgeon here in Butte, Montana with specialty training in foot and ankle. I chose orthopedic surgery because I get to actively help my patients enjoy their lives. The human body in general is just really amazing. The way everything works as a unit, the way the bones, tendons, muscles all work to function and just make people move is something that I've always found incredibly fascinating. And there's nothing more rewarding than seeing a patient get better because of the work we did together.
Back here once again at the campus of Montana Tech. Frontier Conference basketball on Digger Vision. 3:29 left to play here in the first half. Extremely physical first half thus far.
Yeah, that's kind of, the referees made a couple calls and kind of slowed the hand checking and all kinds of pushing going on. I don't know if they were given a warning or just the whistle alone probably stopped that, but I was afraid this game might get out of control a little bit.
Yeah, truly, the way it started, I thought we'd be deep in the double bonus by now, and we're not even up to 7 yet.
Absolutely.
So Tech will inbound in their offensive zone. Asher Williams gets it to Decons. Back to Williams. Williams drives into the paint. Nice pass underneath. Williams gets it. Trying to find an opening. Hits the front of the iron. Gets his own rebound. Second won't go. Boy, Tech has been missing from point blank here tonight. Redhead loses it. Able to get it out to the right side. And an offensive, it looks like.
He intentionally tripped him.
So Redhead called with the foul as Pfeffer went flying across. So a trip is the call. Montana Tech basketball.
You're going to see if it's intentional.
Okay.
I would think that's what they're doing.
Kind of looks like that's the case, doesn't it?
I don't know. Referees have a meeting at least once a game where they go over and talk about where they're going to have a beer on the way home. So I'm not sure what they're doing over here. So I think they're looking at an intentional trip.
So we'll see if there is a view of it or not, as the officials will There was a foul called on Redhead. There's a possibility of it being an intentional call. They'll take a look at it, and we'll go from there. Montana Tech leading 31-29, Frontier Conference action. Let me do this real quickly while we're chatting. Let's pull up the conference standings again. See Bellevue and Carroll tied for first at 8-1. Western and Rocky tied for third. They're both 7-2. And then this Montana Tech team and Dakota State tied for fifth at 6-3. Boy, if Montana Tech is able to hold home and get a couple wins this weekend, that certainly would help tremendously moving forward.
Yeah, this season's far from over in this conference. I don't know anything about Bellevue. We've seen Carroll and Western and Rocky, and all three of them are good teams.
So the officials continue to eyeball it here. Again, thanks for joining us here. Remember, tomorrow we have Northern in the house. Montana Tech taking on the Lights of MSU Northern. Women at 5, men at 7. We'll have those for you here on Digger Vision.
So they're discussing it down here, and, you know, they just, all three of them went and watched the screen. Couldn't they have looked at each other and said, this is what I got? Did they got is it a secret? They come out so they can privately discuss this is how this works? I'm just trying to figure out refereeing. I've never done real well with referees.
Yeah, I know that there have been several restraining orders. I was watching each official. They kind of went to the wins.
They did call him a technical.
Yep, it will be a technical called. So a technical on Redhead. And Carson Peffer shooting the technicals. So again, Peff's numbers here, 49% from the foul line. His first rims out. Peffer, 2 of 3 from the foul line here tonight, shooting one more. So he hits 1 of 2, and that will be Montana Tech basketball.
Didn't I bet you there'd be a technical here tonight?
You did. Yeah, you did.
There may be another one.
I was going to say, that isn't the type of technical I was expecting. That felt like a pretty calm technical, if there is such a thing. Peffer, Lawrence, inside to Venema. Venema on that right elbow, moves it up top to Lawrence. Lawrence, senior from Missoula, pass comes near side. Into Venema it goes. Venema fighting for position. Pump fake once. Ball stripped away. Stepping in is Lawson. Lawson going to go coast to coast. Stops. Hammers it home.
Yeah, he took too much time down there on the block. That's why he got the ball stolen. You got to make a move and get to the bucket.
Tech by 1. Now we're going to get a bump call on Lawson on the other end.
Yeah, I think you're going to see some whistles now over pretty simple stuff.
So Lawson will pick up his first personal foul. And at the line, Carson Peffer. So Peff will go to the line here for the Digs. 6'7" junior out of Arizona, averages 9 a game. And he is back to the foul line one more time. And that one will rim in. Little dance, but it does fall through. Peff. It's ready for attempt number 2. Carson Peffer. Had a really nice year this year. That one hits the front of the iron, no good. Peff right now, he and Lawrence tied with 11 points apiece. His high water mark this year was against Carroll College with 23. That's a good game to have it in.
Yeah, absolutely.
Diggs by 2. Lawson to the baseline. Comes out to the corner to Lawson one more time. Double teamed in the corner. Head fake. Marcus Lawson rifles that one up, no good. And saved, but Montana Tech will get it.
They got numbers.
Diggs in transition.
Yep.
Williams underneath. Nice feed. Asher Williams will finish.
Good ball movement. All they need is a dribble for the layup.
Williams, first basket here of the night. Tech leads by 4. Argos into the lane. And that's counted and the foul that time for Chambers.
Right there is a prime example why you go to the body with the layup. He had his hands straight up, he was backing up, and he gets called for the foul. Do I think it should be called? No, but the referee's got to make an instant decision on that.
Yep.
And so there's why you go to the body.
Chambers, 68% from the foul line on the year. Providence is 2 of 2 from the stripe. Chambers will look to add on to that. And that one's going to go out of bounds. Should be Providence ball, and it is. Ball came off of Reynolds' shoulder and kind of went behind his head. Diggs by 2. 35-33 our score. $1:38 left to play here in the first half with the timeout. Well, it's a short one. We're going to go ahead and keep it here. I threw you a curveball.
No, I'll hit that out of the park. Go ahead.
The tempo has changed. We've seen a lot of where one team will get going. Montana Tech jumped out to a nice lead. Providence answered. They went on an 11-0 run. We've seen a lot of start-stop, kind of stutter step here, and especially over the last couple minutes.
Well, I don't know how to define this game, to be quite honest with you. Both of them were really going hard with the basketball. But I think Tech, they're up by 2 is all, but I think they're running their offense a lot more efficiently than the Argos are. I love the defense. I love how hard the Argos are playing against a team that they're expected to lose against. They are giving it everything.
Baseline to Chambers. Chambers gets it up and in. Tied at 35. Montana Tech led by 10. And the Argos have tied us up. Peffer, left side, down on the inside to Decons, and that one's poke checked out. Good defense again by Chambers. Again, thanks for joining us here on Digger Vision. Tied up 35 all, $1:20 left to play in the first half. Montana Tech basketball. Peffer, near side it comes. Left hand. Decons into Peffer, and that one too far out in front. It's going to go out of play, and the Argos going to get it back.
Yeah, there's a play right there where he was actually pushed with the use of the hips. That can cause problems. I'm waiting for something not good to happen here.
1 minute left to play in the first half, tied up 35 all. Chambers just inside the arc. Fires no good. Cook with a rebound. Tech in transition. Peffer up to Reynolds. Reynolds going to his right, hands it off. Little stutter step, looked at pick and roll, instead moves it across. Kulonjis down inside to Reynolds. Now to Peffer. Carson Peffer into the double team, up to Reynolds. Rhett attacks off the glass. Rhett Reynolds puts it down. 4 points on the night for Rhett.
I like everything about that kid as a player. That's great body control, and he did exactly what you're supposed to after you make contact.
Diggs by 2, 15 seconds left to play here in the first half. The Argos will set up for a final. Driving. Down there with it is Hobbs. Pass is tipped. Cook saves it. Loose. Tech ball. Great pass down to Decons over his head. And that is going to end the half. Great hustle by Braden Cook to get it down the floor. And we have one half in the books. Montana Tech leads 37-35. Frontier Conference action here on a Friday. We'll take a break. We're back here to the Hyper, ladies and gentlemen, after this.
Even when you have to weather the storm, even when the unexpected happens, even when the local environment slows things down, we will get you what you need when you need it. We are committed to getting you back in the seat, back to work, back to what matters. At Torgerson's Equipment, we know what matters most: community, family, working every day to make your day more productive.
Back here once again to the campus of Montana Tech, Valley Bank Arena, as the Digs up 37-35. We have one half in the books. JT, give us your take there on the opening 20 minutes, brother.
I like the way both these teams are playing. They're playing hard. They're playing aggressive. They're playing great defense. Both of them are holding each other under their seasonal averages. But I think Providence has been a little bit of a surprise for Tech. I don't think they thought they were quite as good with their personnel as they are. But there's not a lot of adjustments have to be made here. Whoever comes out and plays the best defense is going to win this game here tonight. And shooting is it's not at a premium, and both teams need to just lock down on defense and continue to get after things. This is a coin toss.
Well, let's go ahead and take a look here at the numbers, shall we? We'll start things off for Montana Tech. They're led by two guys, each with 11, as Cam Lawrence with 11 points as of right now, 4 of 6 from the floor, 3 of 5 from downtown. Also with 11 is Carson Peffer, as Peffer 3 of 3 from the floor, 4 of 6 from the foul line. He is the only Orediger that has shot free throws so far tonight.
In the physicality of this game, that is just blows my mind.
Yeah, there's a total of 9 free throws shot in how hard this first half has been played.
No, they could have blown the whistle every time down the floor in the first 15 minutes. Yeah. So,
let's see here other numbers for Montana Tech. Hayden Deacons, 4 points. He's 2 of 2 from the floor, 2 rebounds, a pair of assists as well. Rhett Reynolds with 4 points. I thought he's played very well here in the first half. Braden Cook with 3, Asher Williams and Connor Mashad each with 2 for Montana Tech. They shot 43.8% in the opening 20 minutes from the floor, 38.5% from the three-point line, and then 67% from the free throw line. Montana Tech, 17 total rebounds. That is 1 less than the University of Providence. 5 of their 17 boards are offensive, and they have 0 second-chance points so far here in this ball game. 18 of their 37 points coming in the paint.
Well, they're attacking the basket. Both teams really are. There's not a tremendous amount of shots from the three-point line, so they're both attacking, and I guess that's why I find it hard to believe how limited the free throw shooting is, because there's a tremendous amount of contact going on.
Let's see on the other side here for the University of Providence. They are led by Chambers. Marvel Chambers coming off the bench. He leads them with 12 points. He's 5 of 8 shooting. He has 3 rebounds as well. 12 points for Chambers. You have Lawson with 7. Redhead and Lloyd each with 5. Hobbs has 4. And Condi with 2 points on the night for the University of Providence. They shot 50% the first half. They were 15 of 30 as a team. 3 of 12 from downtown. And 2 of 3 from the free throw line in that first half. 18 total rebounds, again, 1 more than Montana Tech. 4 of those were offensive, and they got 4 points off of those second chance points off the old boards. Otherwise, 9 turnovers for UP, 6 for Montana Tech in the first 20 minutes.
You know, it's really sometimes I think teams think a team's coming in and you're looking at 2 wins on their record, and maybe there's a letdown. I don't see a letdown out of Montana Tech. I see Providence being the team that came out here to prove a point, and they have played exceptionally well. Can they do that for 2 halves? I don't know. But the reality is Montana Tech did not slacken any bit knowing who they're playing here tonight. They played in this conference against this team for too long. I don't care what's happened at Providence as far as acquiring an entirely new team. This Providence team has come here tonight to prove something, and I think Montana Tech knew that was what was going to happen.
Great first half thus far, 37-35. Montana Tech by 2. And again, with how physical that first half was, there are so many things that I kind of expected for the second half, and it's just not the case. I mean, the fouls really aren't an issue. Nobody on the Montana Tech side has more than 1. On the other side, Providence has 2 players with 2. Redhead had 2, Lloyd has 2, and of course, one of Redhead's was a technical foul. That was the intentional tripping that was called after review.
Yeah, well, I don't know what referees do. Sometimes they let the game play, and sometimes they don't. And I thought early it was really physical. I thought there should have been a lot more whistles. I think that's how you hold teams down that want confrontation with each other. And every athlete in America is competitive, and a team who's got 2 wins is saying, we can play with these guys, we can beat these guys, and the other team saying, no, you can't, we're not going to let you play your the physicality is going to come from us also.
Yeah. Well, we are at the half. Let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll get you ready for the second half and talk about the standings and a whole lot more. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back in just a bit.
Even when you have to weather the storm, even when the unexpected happens, even when the local environment slows things down, we will get you what you need when you need it. We are committed to getting you back in the seat, back to work, back to what matters. At Torgerson's Equipment, we know what matters most: community, family, working every day to make your day more productive.
Back here once again to the campus of Montana Tech, the Great Western Hyper. We're inside Valley Bank Arena. The Digs taking on the Argos of the University of Providence. Montana Tech leading by 2. As we come back in here to this second half, JT, with the flow and the tempo of that one, talk about what are you preparing for in the second half? What do you think Coach Hyatt talked to the Orediggers about as we get ready here for this second half?
I'm going to give you an honest answer. I don't have the slightest idea. One of the things I think he may have mentioned is maintain your composure for what's going on out there in the court. They got a technical that cost them. Don't do that. Man, a couple of weeks ago we saw his team get 2 technicals in one game and cost them the game. So when you get into a physicality game, you got to maintain your composure and really not focus on what's this guy doing to me, but what am I going to do to this guy in the fairness of the game and take advantage of him. There's not a lot of adjustments have to be made. Transitions probably talked about a little bit simply because both teams are pushing the basketball so heavy. I think he's not going to the block, but they are getting to the basket, but they aren't getting to the free throw line enough, as you told the folks out there by giving them statistics. So as far as I'm concerned, there aren't adjustments. It's go out and play and just get better than them on each possession and just ramp up the defense and let's get a lead. Let's make a run. There's been 2 decent runs by both teams. Yep. Somebody's got to break this thing open.
Well, again, thanks for joining us. Don't forget, we'll rinse and repeat tomorrow as Montana Tech hosting MSU Northern, as the women will play at 5, the men will follow at 7, and of course we will have those for you here on Digger Vision. So make sure to join us tomorrow. Certainly looking forward to that in a lot of aspects. You always know they're going to be very physical games against Northern, both women's and the men's. So on a quick turnaround, Friday, Saturday, we'll see how much gas is in the tank for both programs, and just kind of use that as a gauge moving into it.
Yeah, well, it's always going to, in this conference, it's always going to be a battle every night. I don't care what their records are. Anybody can beat anybody on a given night. Some people have more talent than others, and less talent can often beat teams that get cocky, arrogant, or just go
Even
to sleep.
complacent, yeah.
Yeah, go to sleep. So it'll be. I love this conference. I could watch this every night of the week. These teams.
Give me your take on, so obviously our expansion this year, our teams have changed drastically. We've moved east quite a bit. To this point, and obviously we'll talk about it a whole lot once we get to the Frontier Conference Tournament, but what is your take on the expansion thus far? And obviously conference got moved up. We've got conference games in November. Talk about how, to this point, how you think the conference has gone and what you liked about or any issues you've had.
I think this is an outstanding conference, and I love what they've done. I like the expansion to 12 teams. You only got to play every team twice instead of the old 3 times. And the difficult thing about the 3 times, when you hit the tournament, you could end up playing a team 4 and 5 times in a season. Well, you might go 4-0 during a season and a tournament, and then all of a sudden lose a game to the same team you beat 4 times, because we talked about that confidence thing and that relaxation thing. But this is an outstanding conference. I looked at the teams on the bottom here, Bismarck Valley, and they're not bad basketball teams. But the Frontier Conference has always been superior to that side of the world, North Dakota, South Dakota, and those schools over there. And all of a sudden now you're looking at Bellevue, and then after you get Bellevue, you got to go down to Dakota State, who was playing exceptionally well previous to last week. And then Dickinson's always solid, and so it's. I've watched all these teams play. Mayville State and Valley City are not talent-wise matchups for these teams, and so it's like when Westminster and Lewis and Clark were in the conference, and nobody had to recruit up to the talent they had. That's what's happening with the bottom teams in this conference. If they don't recruit up better talent, develop a program and a culture, they're going to end up on the bottom all the time. I love this conference.
Well, and the other side of that is I look forward to, we saw the change that when LC State and Westminster joined the Frontier Conference, what feels like when Lincoln was in office.
When I was born.
It was such a big change. It made our conference so much better. And that's exciting to think that might be the case now again with some additional teams.
I think you're absolutely right.
Redhead will control here for the Argos. Pass comes up top. Argos trailing by 2. Down the left side of the paint, spinning, nowhere home. Kicked out to the wing to Lawson. Montana Tech led by 10 early. Argos had a 1-point lead there for a moment. Ball stripped away. Cam Lawrence. Great defense by Cam. Trying to hold on to the basketball. He's able to get rid of it to Cook. Braden Cook down the left side of the paint, goes up, goes down hard, and he will go to the foul line.
Okay, you see the player complaining over the call? He did everything perfect. But when you take, I'm so emphatic about taking the ball to the body anytime. There's no way he's going to, and he did not foul him. He kept backing up, never dropped his hands. So that is a great play by Braden Cook.
So Cook will go to the line here for the Digs. His first is money.
And that's why a lot of guys can't play basketball, because they can't get to the body and still draw the foul or make a shot.
Cook, 80.5% from the foul line so far on the year, and he makes those both look pretty easy.
What a steady player that guy's been all his life. I'm sure in the 3rd grade.
100%. 100%.
Yeah.
Down the right side, Lawson. His shot high off the glass, no good. Rhett Reynolds with the rebound.
Good job by Decons of basket protection.
Decons through the paint. Acrobatics to the basket. That one's no good. Argos stolen. Cook. Great hands by Cook. He'll outlets, and Peffer will bring it across the timeline. Peffer into the key. Double team in the corner. Decons open three. Gets it. Hayden Decons, 7 points on the night. He knocks down his first three of the evening. He shoots 35% from beyond the arc. Tech by 7. Chambers moving right with it is Lloyd. Boy, Lloyd had a span there in that first half where he was fantastic. Step back, jump shot is up, no good. As Lawson put it up off balance. Tech into the offensive zone. Tech 4 wide. Cook trying to find an opening. Good defense. Cam Lawrence. Pass goes left. Decons. Decons up top. Peff. Now to Lawrence. Looking at the give and go. Pass intercepted. Anthony Hobbs read it well, able to get the interception. Argos the other way. 3-point shot up and short. And Reynolds tracks it down. Double team. Rifles it down the floor. Lawrence, bounce pass off the glass. Cam Lawrence up and in.
All created by Rhett Reynolds from 94 feet away. That was great ball movement.
Cam Lawrence, 13 points. Lawrence having a great night here. Far right wing to the baseline. Wraparound shot is up and in for Swanson. That was a great take by Quinn Swanson.
Use that rim to keep the big off your block shot.
6'1" sophomore. Decons wants the baseline. Bumped to Lawrence. Cam Lawrence fires, no good. Rebound Argos. Tech by 7. And that's going to be a travel call. Lloyd put on the brakes, and he just couldn't get himself stopped.
That's why your point guard has to have the ball right there. Bigs are not good at that. They just aren't.
Montana Tech, Braden Cook down the floor. Cook calling out the offense, 5 points on the day. Lawrence to Peff, almost intercepted. Peffer to the wing. Braden Cook knocks it home.
Yeah.
Braden Cook, 8 points.
One thing I admire about this Tech squad is how they find the open man. They're really good at it, better than most teams.
Argos, Hobbs into the lane. Hobbs steps through, bounce pass, knocked to the ground. Argos maintain possession. Swanson up to Hobbs, and we're going to get a whistle and a foul as Hobbs made his move. Braden Cook going to be called with the forearm shiver. 10-point lead for the Digs.
There's your first run.
Argos. Tech feels like they're playing with a little more passion here in the second half to start. Argos in traffic. That one goes up and out, no good. Decons. Decons across the timeline. Reynolds. Back to Decons. 4 minutes gone here in this second half. Bounce pass taken away. Lawrence fighting for it, as you'd imagine. That one's stripped out. Argos get the turnover. Now that's knocked out of bounds by a hustling Hayden Decons. Boy, again, just the physical nature of this is crazy.
Yeah, Decons actually got away with the foul. He could have been called. He put his forearm up, hit him in the face with it. Of course, nothing called. Those are the things that got to be called.
Argos, Anthony Hobbs. Hobbs feeds it down on the interior to Lloyd. Lloyd fighting. Lloyd, wraparound shot, whistle, and a foul as Connor Mashad put up shop, and Mashad will pick up the personal. 15:43 left to play here in this ball game. At the foul line is Jakob Lloyd. Lloyd, 71% from the foul line, and he knocks down the first. Jakob, a 6'7" senior. 10-point lead for the Digs. Jakob's second is good. 15:40 left to play here in the ball game. Peffer across midcourt. Pass goes left side. Williams. Williams into the high posts. Out to Mashad. Mashad calling for help. Comes back around left wing. Cam Lawrence has the opening. Cam hits another one. Cam Lawrence, 4 of 7 from downtown. Lawrence has 16 points, and Tech goes up by a dozen.
Lawrence has had 3 great games in a row. He's the key to this team. When he is playing well, and I think, in my mind, because of the injury he had before, he was going to struggle. I think he was struggling early, and I think he's over that now.
Yeah, it's impossible not to.
You know what I mean? Absolutely.
It's a horrible injury. The idea of going through rehab, you're still babying it. You still don't, it hurts like hell. You don't want to hurt it any further. And then, watching him go through rehab for an entire year with the severity of it, he has worked so hard to get back. And like you say, you can see that kind of comfort level, and you can kind of see Cam Lawrence kind of in his own space on the floor right now again.
The mental level you have to overcome injuries is dramatic, and he's eased into that. And now he's finally said, "I'm fine. Let's go." And the last 3 games, he's been outstanding.
Montana Tech leading 50-39 as they put another point on the board. As Jakob went 2 of 2 from the foul line, they only gave him 1. I mean, I'm all about home cooking, but that's probably a little too much home cooking. An 11-point lead for the Digs. Again, remember MSU Northern in town tomorrow as the Skylights will take on our women at 5. The Lights will take on our men at 7. And, of course, we'll have those for you here on Digger Vision.
So it's 15-24 mark. Now you don't want to get lax. You've got a nice 11-point lead. Now you want to rev up your defense and go hard for the next 3 minutes. You can blow this thing open, or you can let them back in it.
Argos into the offensive side. Chambers is on the floor. He's all the way up top. He's their leading scorer with a dozen right now. Hobbs through the paints. Nowhere to go. Good defense by Lawrence. Comes out to Chambers. Chambers, far right wing. Into the paint. Spins, falling away. That one no good. Good defense again by Montana Tech. Trap is set. Montana Tech able to get through. Asher Williams bounce pass underneath Connor Mashad. What I was going to say is that's another great example of Asher Williams as a true freshman where he didn't get rattled at all.
Yeah, I don't think you can rattle that kid.
I'm kind of with you on that, to be honest.
I really don't.
Nice take with the left hand that time by Swanson.
Really mature, so he must have played against a coach or played for a coach that taught him a lot of that.
Williams fights up the shot, no good, no whistle. Back the other way come the Argos. Step through, shot blocked, Decons. Decons swats it away. Montana Tech able to get it under control. Carson Peffer into the zone. Peffer, Decons. Decons. Down the right side, off balance, no good, tipped out of bounds. Argo basketball. 6 minutes gone here in this one. And we have a timeout on the floor. 52-41, Montana Tech leads by 11. We have a full timeout, so with it, we'll take one, ladies and gentlemen. We're back here to the campus of Montana Tech right after this. Hey, welcome back here once again to the campus of Montana Tech Frontier Conference basketball on Digger Vision. Paul Panisco, John Thatcher again, as you see there. Montana Tech taking on Northern tomorrow. And, of course, we'll have it for you here on Digger Vision. 52-41, an 11-point lead for Tech. Their largest has been 13. That just a few moments ago.
And now Tech has substituted basically, other than Lawrence, for 3 new players anyway.
Yeah.
We'll see how they play together.
Lawson lost it on the ground, picked up Montana Tech. Asher Williams out with it. Williams out to Lawrence. Lawrence lobs it down inside to Williams. Williams falling to the wing. Mashad, Lawrence, Cam. Back here on the near side, Asher Williams. Trying to find somewhere to go is Coulanges. Shot clock down to 6. Lawrence has an opening. Lawrence takes it off the glass and in.
Very nice. Nicely done.
18 points for Cam Lawrence. And Montana Tech. Lawrence quickly approaching his season high. He had 19 against Eastern Oregon in the preseason. And he is rolling tonight. 13-point lead for the Digs. Chambers into the paint with it is Lawson. Lawson turns, shot goes in. Lawson on the night, 7 points. Tech with the basketball. Lawrence. Coulanges, nice pass to Reynolds. Reynolds, wraparound pass in the corner. Asher Williams, new. Rebound, Argos the other way. Swanson spins to the baseline. Swanson trying to find an opening, gets it off the glass and in. Nice take by Quinn Swanson. He's made a couple of great shots here tonight. 6 points for Quinn.
Not the kind coaches like to see, but they went in.
Yep.
So that helps.
One of those where the coach is getting up off the bench and, all right, fine, it went in. Reynolds, handoff. Pass comes all the way up top to Reynolds again, now to Williams. Williams drives into the double team. He gets jostled. A few words were exchanged.
Yeah. And I don't know if the referee said knock it off or just let it go, but you don't let that go.
9-point lead here for the Digs, 54-45. Non-shooting foul, as both teams only 2 team fouls here in the second half. Montana Tech, Braden Cook. In it goes to Connor Mashad. Mashad double team to the wing. Williams squares up and pops, no good. Rebound tipped, Argos basketball. Swanson. Swanson down the floor. They'll move it out to Chambers. Argos shooting 40% from the floor this half, 48% for the game. Chambers gets it off to Condi. Condi's been quiet here in the second half. Shot clock down to 5. Argos turnaround jump shot is up and in. Nice stroke by Jakob Lloyd.
Little run by Argos now, trying to get back in it.
6-0 run. Tech with the ball. Williams, Reynolds. Good ball movement here on the near side. Stepping through, trying to find somewhere to go, and in trouble. That one's going to be poke checked out. Whistle and a foul on Josh Coulanges. And the foul going to go against Marcus Lawson. Lawson picks up his second personal foul.
One of the things you and I always talk about is the depth of Montana Tech, and it's starting to show right now.
Yep. Agreed.
I see Providence getting tiring a little bit, and it's without their main starter, without Tech having the main starters in there.
Decons, Coulanges. Josh Coulanges on the left wing to Decons, now up top. Around a screen, Cook. 3-point shot, Asher Williams, no good.
Asher Williams having a tough shoot night from the perimeter, yep.
1 of 10 from the floor for Asher tonight. He's 0 of 4 from the 3-point line. Tech leads by 7.
One of the ways I observe that as a coach is he's just a freshman, a phenomenal freshman, but the physicality of this game may have gotten to him. I'm talking to the other team, and you just got to handle that composure.
7-point lead for Montana Tech. Argos, 6-0 run. We'll see if they can add to it here. Up top, ball fake. Condi hands it off. Chambers going to fire. That one won't go. And the rebound controlled by Peffer. Peffer clears it out down the floor. Hayden Decons dribbles through the key. Carson Peffer spins, leans, won't go. Block call.
It's a correct call.
Nice take, strong take by Carson Peffer down the left side of the key. And Peff will shoot himself a pair. There's only been 2 guys that have shot free throws so far for Tech tonight.
This is one of them.
Carson Peffer and Braden Cook. So I feel like the only graphic I'm giving you as far as numbers is Carson Peffer because, well, he's the only one who's been at the foul line.
When you get a trio of referees, there's always a real strong one, and then if you got 1 or 2 weak ones, it's the whole game nature of the game changes.
Carson Peffer with 13 points. As Peff had 23 against Carroll earlier this year. Pass up top, looking on the interior. That one gets rolled in down to the baseline. Big collision and an offensive call as Jakob Lloyd dropped the shoulder. So Montana Tech will bring her down the floor here as Lloyd picks up his 3rd personal foul. Tech leads by 9. And down the floor, Carson Peffer. Again, this game has just been incredibly physical. Around the screen, pass comes up top, 3-point shot. Carson Peffer strokes it. Peffer, 16 points. Tech goes up by a dozen. Argos, Anthony Hobbs. Hobbs stripped away. Decons, bounce pass to Peff, reverse, Carson Peffer. Carson Peffer, 18 points. Montana Tech leads by 14. Their biggest lead of the night. The Argos will get into the offensive zone and call a short timeout.
Smart timeout because this game's getting away from them right now. Again, we went back a couple. What I thought real physical play taking place. Call was made, but now they're focusing on physicality rather than the heart of the game.
61-47, Montana Tech leads by 14. The Digs shooting 47% from the floor as a team here, and 54% actually here in the second half. The flow of the game, the tempo of the game right now feels like it is where Montana Tech wants it. You know, they're playing their lockdown defense. They're not giving the Argos any quality looks at all. And then on the offensive side, Montana Tech is moving the ball well and doing everything they can to get high percentage shot.
No question about it. And the reality is Montana Tech has maintained their composure where I feel in certain instances Providence has lost theirs, and it's allowed for this increase in the score.
So, again, this is game 2 of our doubleheader. Remember, tomorrow, Northern will be in town, and we'll have those for you. If I don't get the hiccups, you're going to have to carry on.
Well, you do every game.
I do every game.
I know.
Is there a doctor watching? Why do I always get the hiccups?
You didn't eat your Milky Way over there.
14-point lead for the Digs, 61-47. Boy, and this is just going to be the season. Let's pull the numbers up here again real quickly. Bear with me. Let's pull our conference up here. You look at how tight everything is there. And really, you know, even Dickinson is still having a shot to climb up into this thing a ways. But you look at like Northern up, there is some significant movement that can happen in a weekend on the road or a weekend at home.
And it's the Frontier Conference, and that's why Dickinson is a well-coached team.
Agreed.
I expect them to be in the playoffs. Providence, I don't think is a bad team. They got a shot.
Anthony Hobbs to Condi. Condi moving to his right, hands it off. Under 10 minutes left to play here in this ball game. Tech leads by 14.
Tech went into a 2-3 zone.
Pass into the high post. Turn, jump shot won't go. Loose ball picked up by the Argos. Anthony Hobbs comes out with it. Three-pointer is on the way and good for Preston Condi.
Just shows you don't have to run a normal offense to hit a three. It's wide open.
Condi with 5 points on the night. Tech with the basketball up by 11. Diggs, Cam Lawrence. That goes out to Cook. Braden Cook attacks. Braden Cook rolls it in.
He was up over everybody.
It's
what
incredible.
a drive.
10 points on the night for Cook. Tech leads by 13. Diggs with 2 guys in double digits, led by Peffer and Lawrence, each with 18. On the other side, Chambers has a dozen. Remember, he had a dozen at half. He has the ball here, attacks. That one stripped away. Condi in the lane, back to Chambers. That one goes up, rims out. 8:19 left to play here in the ball game.
Out on decons.
You'd be my guess. Yes, indeed.
Can you imagine the beating that kid? I mean,
No.
When you compete against somebody that's the greatest player as him, you play him so tough. He gets played tough every game. He gets bounced around. He's a tremendous athlete. He just doesn't have the girth to get beat up like that all the time.
Well, and it's not like he takes the defensive side off.
Yeah,
You know,
he doesn't.
He beats everybody to heck with, on the defensive side as well. 'Cause, I mean, his ability to get to the rim and his athleticism are incredible on the offensive side, but I still think they pale in comparison to what he does defensively.
Yeah, no question.
Free throw, no good. Of course, the Frontier Conference reigning MVP, Hayden Decons. Ball stripped away from him there momentarily. Bounce pass comes across to Lawrence. Lawrence down in the deep right corner. Moving lefts, Decons has it. 12-point lead for the Digs. Decons attacks, won't go. So Hayden Decons is going to go to the foul line here for Montana Tech. Under 8 minutes left to play. And it's another one of those where I just love we have numbers for Decons. Shooting 61% from the foul line. He had 27 points, a season high this year. All these things, but he's that player where all of these are amazing, but it's the stuff that he does that doesn't even get charted, where it feels like he makes his waves.
Always has to defend the toughest wing player or even post player sometimes.
Always.
That's why he was the defensive player of the year in the Frontier Conference. He can handle any of that.
9 points on the night for Decons. Tech by 14. Hobbs back here on the near side to Chambers. Chambers in the corner. 3-point shot is up and good. Knocking it down is Rogers. So Rogers strokes it. Montana Tech by 11. Decons across midcourt. Good move. Decons through the double team, trying to get rid of it, and he will draw the foul. .26 left to play here in the ball game. Montana Tech by 11. And Decons. The horn sticks for a moment.
We don't even have anybody over on that. Oh, yeah, Tom O'Neill's over there. We can make fun of anymore.
Decons gets the first one through. So Hayden will get ready here for number 2. Montana Tech by a dozen. Decons, 11 points on the night. Montana Tech, 4 guys in double digits. Argos trailing by 13 as they come into the offensive zone. Chambers, bounce pass, almost intercepted by Coulanges. He got a hand out, just unable to grab possession. Good speed that time by Josh. And I've said it before, and I still don't think Josh knows how to take me because I give him a whole lot of crap when I see him. But he is one of the hardest working beyond practice people I've ever come across.
Really?
He is in this gym all the time.
That's for the love of the game.
That's it, too.
Yep.
Yeah, he works his tail off. Argos, inlet, Swanson. Scoop shot, up and out. And Tech will grab the rebound. Diggs the other way. Into the offensive side, Coulanges. Coulanges going to his left, and he'll be fouled by Hobbs. 13-point lead for Montana Tech. How do you talk about the difference in that coaching aspect of games where there's a lot of flow back and forth, and then games like this where it's real choppy, the flow comes in spurts, and then it kind of goes away for a little while? What are there different approaches or different ways you're coaching in those scenarios?
Well, absolutely. You coach every game differently. You might, everybody sees you as just this coach that teaches up and down, but everything, game's about quickness, size, matchups, and all kinds of things, and you got to figure that out in the process of a game. And yeah, there's no chart that says this is the way it's done. It's not like reading a book and you get it.
Hobbs into the offensive side. Spins to his right, steps through, shot blocked. Hayden Decons. Cam Lawrence rolls it on the inside to Mashad. Back out Peffer. Montana Tech with the ball out on the left wing. Cam Lawrence through the lane. Cam with the easy 2. 20 points for Cam Lawrence. That was far too easy from the wing.
Well, it was easy because I think we're seeing a little more relaxation out of Providence. I think they're tired. If you look at how many guys have played for Tech versus have played for them, they have pushed them hard. And eventually your muscles say, can I get in the hot tub or whirlpool or whatever? I think Decons has to own about 4 of them at home because he gets so beat up during games. To go sit in that hot tub's got to be great.
6:31 left to play here in the ball game with the timeout. We'll take a quick one. We're back here after this. .6:31 left to play here in the ball game. Montana Tech leading 71-54. Frontier Conference action here on a Friday. We continue to say it. Remember Northern here tomorrow. Certainly look forward to that.
Look forward to seeing Coach Hughes and Coach Mowat, 2 of my favorite guys. And Coach Mowat was on my staff when I was at Butte High, and I loved working with him.
Yep.
Little extra hyper kind of guy. But he was, the guy knew his business. I learned a lot of things from him.
Yeah, tremendous human. And what he has done for our conference in the Hoops for a Cause is you can't put a finger on.
No.
Argos with it. Right side, Redhead. Redhead, quiet second half. Pull-up jumper from 10 is good.
Gets up in the air pretty good for a little guy.
He does, doesn't he? Great elevation. Gets quick release. Kulonjis into the zone, 4 wide for Tech. They look on the inside to Peff, instead move it around the arc. Good defense. Kulonjis. Peffer near side Lawrence. He has the opening. Cam Lawrence, ladies and gentlemen.
Why not? It's your game, Cam. That's a great shot.
23 points for Cam Lawrence. That is a season high for him. And that is a career high for Cam Lawrence as well. The Missoula Hellgate product. Driving through the lane, and that one off balance is up and in for Lawson.
He's made 2 of those shots.
He has. 16-point lead for the Digs. Lawrence on that far left side. Again, 23 points for him. Season high and a career high for him. And an offensive going to go on Kulonjis.
Yeah, looked like he pushed off from here.
Got that lead elbow up a little bit. And the Argos will look to bring her down the floor. 5:19 left to play here in this ball game. Tech up 74-58. Substitutions here. Decons will check out. Hayden Decons. Take a look here. 11 points on the night. Puts him at 1,326 in his career. He is currently number 10 on the Montana Tech scoring charts. He is about 10 points behind a young former player that was also here with the last name of Belich. As Caleb Belich is number 9 on the scoring list with 1,344. Next after that is Sean Hughes at 1389.
That guy could shoot.
That he could. So Hayden Deacon's chance to move up some spots here over the next couple weeks. Cam Lawrence, top of the horn, near side, three-point shot is on the way. Coulon just no good. 16-point lead for the Digs. Down the right side, shot blocked Lawrence. Boy, he's having himself a day.
He is the player of the game here tonight.
Without question.
Yeah.
Lawrence has 23 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, a steal, and a block. 4:30 left to play in the ball game. Montana Tech leading 74-58 with a timeout. We'll take one. We're back here in just a few.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jessica Reisig, an orthopedic surgeon here in Butte, Montana with specialty training in foot and ankle. I chose orthopedic surgery because I get to actively help my patients enjoy their lives. The human body in general is just really amazing. The way everything works as a unit, the way the bones, tendons, muscles all work to function and just make people move is something that I've always found incredibly fascinating. And there's nothing more rewarding than seeing a patient get better because of the work we did together. Hi, I'm Dr. Jessica Reisig.
Hey, welcome back here once again to the campus of Montana Tech. We're at Valley Bank Arena as the Digs taking on the Argos. Montana Tech, as we take a look here over the last 5 meetings, Montana Tech has won 4 of the last 5 and 8 of the last 10. And the lob pass comes in right side to Chambers. Chambers with the left hand, drives into the double team, leans, puts it high off the glass, no good, but tipped back up and in by Lloyd.
I actually tipped in by this guy dribbling down the floor.
Cook passes out on the left-hand side to Lawrence, around the horn here on the near wing. Attacking is Cook. Braden Cook, shot no good. Offensive rebound, knocked out of bounds, and Montana Tech will keep it, as Rhett Reynolds had it knocked out of his hands.
Yeah, that one spurt has made the difference in this game.
4:02 left to play here in the ball game. Montana Tech by 14. And Lawrence to inbound. Sends him in motion. Lawrence pass through the lane. Connor Mashad hammers it home.
You don't want to give up too many of those dunk plays because you got to go to a tournament. They'll have studied it on film. So great play call, but I wouldn't run it at this time of year.
Connor Mashad, 6 points. Baseline spin move. Pass. And that one's knocked to the ground by Reynolds. Tech will get the turnover. 3:35 left to play here in the ball game. Down the floor. Digs into the offensive zone. Williams. Near side it comes to Lawrence. Lawrence moves it around the horn left side. Williams now up top. Braden Cook get a pop. Cook, 3-point shot, no good. Rebound, Argos. Argos transition, Swanson into the lane. Trying to get separation. That one comes up off the glass and in for Marvel Chambers.
Nice acrobatic shot by Chambers.
Certainly uses his length to his advantage, that's for sure, and knows how to. Tech leads by 14. They've been up by as much as 18 here in the second half. 2:44 left to play in the contest. Diggs. Pass is tipped. Williams. And it looks like he's going to be called with the foul here.
Yeah, well, experience is your ally, and he's learning some things from this type of basketball game tonight. This guy's, if he stays with Neil and everything else, everybody's recruiting, everybody's college, everybody out of the country. This kid has a real bright future, and he's just going to get bigger and stronger and faster. And
yeah, he has been fantastic at the foul line. Lloyd, front half of the bonus, no good. Reynolds with a rebound. Tech leads by 14. Frontier Conference action here from the Mining City. Again, remember, Northern the opponent tomorrow. Diggs will hold on to it, burn some clock here. Bounce pass.
I'm an expert on burning the clock.
Braden Cook under the basket goes up and hammers it home. Yeah, you were pretty good at it through your day.
I was good at it.
The other way, shot blocked off the glass.
Wow.
Tech will grab it. Incredible athleticism there.
He got up. That is a great block.
And the offensive side, Kulonjis. Near side it goes. Decons. Underneath, Mashad. Mashad's blocked. His shot gets tipped, and the Argos in transition.
Mashad, just a young one, too. He just learned a lesson there.
And Marvel Chambers will get the basket and the foul, so he'll go to the stripe and shoot one.
He got that shot block down here because he did not attack the rim hard. You know, you just can't be soft when you go to that rim.
1:40 left to play in the ball game.
He has filed that.
Chambers free throw attempt no good. Braden Cook goes up. Nearly brains himself on the rim. And Tech will bring it into the offensive zone. They'll call a short timeout to change in some personnel. 1:32 left to play here in this ball game. Montana Tech leads by 14. And a nice win here for the Digs. This Providence team, like I said, came in full head of steam. They were not the team that's, you know, a lot of people look at the records and everything else and kind of shrug them off. But boy, UP came in and fought.
Yeah, their question mark right now is depth, and it really showed here in the second half. Depth wears you down. It's just a wear and tear thing, and Coach Moat can go, I swear, 18 deep over on that bench, and he's not going to lose a thing. But Providence does not have the pleasure of having that many deep, great basketball players.
Yeah. And that certainly is a chair that Coach Hyatt has hung his hat on in his tenure here at Montana Tech. Tremendous depth and has always worked to that equation. 14-point lead for the Digs. Into the ball game, you have Quinn. Also out there is Connor Mashad, Owen Long, and on the far side is Lane Love. Kulonjis spins in traffic, double teamed, fights the shot up and gets it.
Took him a while, but he got the job done. Good patience.
16-point lead for the Digs. Argos into the offensive side. Into the high post. Pass comes up top. Condi trying to find an opening. He'll roll it in. Backside pass is saved. And nope, it'll go out of bounds that time. So Montana Tech will get the turnover.
Yeah, no, there's Providence bringing in the players that are going to be an impact here over the next couple of years. Well, the game was not out of control till about the 2-minute mark. But they need to play. They need to get a feel for this.
Diggs will do the same here as Paulson will come in. Also, Bridger Vogel into the ball game. And Paulson into the offensive zone. 38 seconds left to play here in this ball game. Tech leads by 16. Pass down to the bottom left side. Long, he's going to step back and fire. Long's three-point shot comes up short, out of bounds. UP basketball. 27 seconds left to play. Into the offensive side. Maldonado pulls up and gets it. Brent Maldonado, who one only can assume is the younger siblings of the sisters that went through the University of Providence. Paulson to Love. Lane Love is going to back out with it, and this one will go into the record books. So Montana Tech will get the win, 80-66, our final, Coach. Tech will go to 7-3 in Frontier Conference play, 13-3 overall. UP will fall to 2-8 in conference and 2-14 overall on the season. Man.
To me, Tech accepted the challenge. They knew coming in how hard the Argonauts were going to play, how well they've played the last couple of weeks because they won their last 2 games here within the last 30 days. And they prepared themselves. They mentally came out and really attacked things. I thought their defense was awesome. They held them to 66 points, a team that's averaging 82 a game, and matched them with the physicality of the game, and that's what you got to do to win championships.
For Montana Tech, they were led by Cam Lawrence, a season and career high. 23 points for Cam. He was 9-12 from the floor, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, a steal, and a block as well. Tremendous night for Cam Lawrence. Tech gets 4 guys in double digits. Also there, Carson Peffer. Peff didn't miss a shot unless it was from the free throw line. He was 5 of 5 from the floor, 6 of 8 from the foul line. He had 7 assists as well. As Carson Peffer, 18 points. Braden Cook gets a dozen. Hayden Decons with 11 points, 3 rebounds, and 5 assists. From there, you have Rhett Reynolds with 4, Josh Koulanges with 4, Connor Machad with 6, and Williams, the freshman, with 2 points on the night for Montana Tech. On the other side, for the University of Providence, they were led by Chambers. Off the bench, he gets 17 points. 17 points, for Chambers here tonight. Wasson and Lloyd each get 11. Redhead was 7. Swanson was 6. Rogers gets 3. Hobbs gets 4. And Maldonado with 2 points on the night for the University of Providence as they fall to Montana Tech 80-66. And the Digs get the clean sweep over the Argos here tonight.
Yeah, well, it's up to the Digs to keep hold of home. It'd be a big, important game here tomorrow night against MSU Northern. Coach Hughes always has them ready. So Tech's got to maintain where they're at in this conference standings. They've got to win that game tomorrow night. And Northern, on the other hand, has to get a road win. I don't know how they're going to do in Dillon tonight, but it's important they win one of these 2.
So once again, remember to join us tomorrow night. Montana Tech will take on Northern. Women at 5, men at 7. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, have yourself a great night. For John Thatcher, I'm Paul Padisco. Take care, and we'll see you tomorrow.